Oh no! Hey, got us. Hey, it's.
There's the camera.
Yes, camera's there.
Here.
No, this is gonna creep you out and them out. This is why I'm always like, hi and welcome to BG Reynolds Tiki Bar Live.
I thought you were doing this on your phone the whole entire time.
No, I did. Although I did Instagram on my phone, and that was really fun.
Right.
Anyway, hello. Nobody?
Nobody? Somebody. They
Oh,
get
yeah.
a notification on their phone when they
Yeah, they should.
Right.
Yeah.
That you're live. We're live.
And besides, we'll have the video. Anyway, aloha, and welcome to the BG Reynolds Tiki Bar Live experience tonight from Devil's Reef here in Tacoma, Washington. Not Tacoma, Cabana. The state's not Tacoma, Cabana.
No. I mean, we could probably change it, maybe.
Yeah.
I know some people. Not really.
Governor Jay Inslee. It's powerful man.
Yeah. Is he still our governor?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think in Oregon it's the Unipiper.
You're a piper?
Yeah, the guy who runs a unicycle, a bagpipe, and a Darth Vader mask with flaming bagpipes.
And is your governor?
I'm pretty sure.
Sounds about right.
At least the mayor.
Right.
But anyway, we should probably talk about something tiki and tiki drink related.
Yes.
Like,
Not that we haven't been doing that for the last hour.
yeah, I know. I was just here earlier today talking with some of the new staff here, trying to get them a little excited and engaged. I always come up to something like this and think, how can I possibly talk? What can I talk much about? Oh yeah, I have a lot to talk about, and I can go off on about 200 different tangents. The challenge for me is putting it into a presentable style that is understandable, and that's actually one of the reasons that I started the live broadcast.
Right.
Is so that I start trying to speak better. Because what I tend to do is go off on various tangents,
Right.
speak way too fast, and totally forget where I am.
And I just don't speak at all.
Yeah, I think.
On occasion.
You have a face for radio.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
But I see Henrik. I see Jeff.
Where's Nova? Hi, Nova.
Oh, is Nova in there?
I got your shirt, buddy.
Oh yeah, I have a different shirt because my super nice Tiki Oasis 10 shirt fell victim to half of my water bottle in the car. So I'm not certain that water bottle is going to be making it.
Sorry, it's our day off too, so we don't really have.
There's no day off.
There's no day off?
No.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's literally.
Fair enough.
So we wanted to go over some. Well, first off, we wanted to introduce you to Devil's Reef. This place is killer. If you haven't had a chance to come up, I know it's been here forever, and it's a shame. It's a shame if you haven't been.
It's been here forever. I think we opened it in 1912.
It was actually established by Jerry Thomas himself,
Right.
wearing a pineapple
Totally.
skirt.
Under the sea.
Yeah. Just opened. When did you open?
The first week of February, officially, February 2nd.
Holy shit! I made it in the first month.
Yeah. Wow. Just barely.
Yeah. No kidding. And so, what brought you? So you started off with Tacoma Cabana.
Yeah, so we started off at the Cabana about 5 years ago, maybe six years ago now, and didn't really know what we were doing, and we were completely new to the scene, and it just kind of happened, for lack of a better story right now, and over the last 5 years, and meeting everybody and going out to these events and getting more immersed in this culture and the drinks and the lifestyle, we just really wanted to take the Cabana to the next level and actually build a bar for ourselves, something that we would like to be at and drink and hang out, and then open the doors and offer it up to you guys.
Yeah. So Tacoma Cabana, I know the drink program there is superb. What brought you to open up Devil's Reef?
Well, so at the Cabana, all the drinks there are odes to the classic exotic cocktails and tiki cocktails and tropical cocktails. What you see in the books is generally what we serve there. We have some modified recipes to the drinks just because I thought some of the old ones were out of balance or the products didn't do the drink justice, so it just needed a little more work to it. And here at Devil's Reef, all the drinks on the menu are my own original drinks.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something that always is a question when I'm thinking about tiki bars and the programs that they do. Is do you serve all classics nailed down, or do you try and go all original? Which I'm more of a classics nailed down kind of person. I like the idea that, because I've had your drinks, they're great. They fit, especially my palate tends towards the stronger, spicier, and I think your palate and mine are fairly aligned.
I like to taste one as well.
Yeah, exactly. With a little touch. They're essentially giant old fashions.
Exactly.
So when you're coming up with a drink, what inspires you to develop that drink, or what point of reference do you use?
It just depends, to be honest with you. I mean, it could be like the drink I made for my staff when we all came and sat down here today. I walked in, I was like, "Hey, I got some VG Reynolds Orgeat here, and some dry curacao, and some lime juice, and some Paradise Blend." I was like, "What can I do with this?" And, all right, let's throw this together in a drink. And it was just completely spur of the moment, and everybody loved it and asked for a second and a third.
Awesome.
So it was like, cool. Hey.
That's the real test. Put it together. Do you like this? Would you order it again?
Yeah.
Because how many cocktails have you ever go out to an experimental bar or the hip cocktail club, and you think, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's a good drink, but it's not something, I would ever order again. It's like, I want to make a drink to where people come back to it. And I want that drink again that you made for me last week. It was really good.
If I don't want a picture of it,
right,
then was it really, it doesn't fit my needs.
So, and sometimes it's just me playing around with an old classic recipe, trying to see if I can rebalance it, or Mr. Potato Head, replace an arm with a leg, and the eyeballs with a mustache.
The Death and Company book goes into that. Yeah.
Exactly. And then eventually you just Mr. Potato Head this old drink into a brand new drink, and you're like, ooh, a brand new drink.
Yeah. Something I liked about the Death and Company book is it's not like there was, especially in that recipe making side, it's not like there was anything new, but somebody wrote it down.
Right.
Which is like, oh yeah, sometimes I name it after a movie title, so I try to think, well, no shit. Oh, but nobody has said this. This is just kind of living in the bartender ethic. So yeah, Mr. Potato Head, that's, substitute this. Hey, why not make that's how the Pinky Gonzalez came about.
Right.
Vic started a Mexican food chain. So Mai Tai with tequila became a Pinky Gonzalez.
Yeah, and same with, what's the bourbon Mai Tai?
With
Honey Honey.
Oh, Honey, yes. Which actually started as another drink, but that's a whole other story.
In the end, it's all just rum, lime, and sugar.
Well, Trader Vic was famed, at least in my understanding, was famed for turning his drinks into production line assembly items. And when you have enough Mai Tai mix, suddenly Suffering Bastard is a Mai Tai but with a different rum.
Right.
It just makes it a little easier as opposed to the original cocktail. Darn you, Trader Vic. But speaking of cocktails, I think we should get to making a cocktail.
We should make some cocktails.
Let's make a cocktail. Let's show off. You're talking about your signature drink here.
So here at Devil's Reef, I always wanted to have a drink named after the place, and I obviously couldn't do that at the Tacoma Cabana because the Tacoma Cabana sounds pretty hilarious as a drink name.
Would it come with a little Cape Thatch?
It might.
Yeah.
It might. So
well, you could do the Tacoma Cabana Boy. That would be so awkward because then you have a Cabana Boy. You don't generally think of as somebody from Tacoma.
Right. Is that spelled B-O-I or B-O-Y?
Why not both? Wait, B-U-O-Y.
Ooh, Cabana Boy.
The Cabana Boy.
So coming here to Devil's Reef, I knew I wanted to do a drink named after the place.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice on the menu that the bar's name is Devil's Reef, but the drink name is Devil Reef, drops the apostrophe in the S. Those people that are familiar with the Shadow over Innsmouth story from H.P. Lovecraft will get that reference.
I'm familiar with H.P. Lovecraft.
Right.
I have still not read read The Mouth of Madness, and that's or Mountains of Madness. And that's about it. As far as I read it. Of course, there was opening up. Was it originally Cthulhu Mythos and reading The Hoarder in Clay? Oh, that's what Jonathan Chafin's company is named after. Ah, gotcha.
Stories, man. We got stories everywhere.
Yeah.
That's artifacts and info.
That's kind of the fun part of I think designing a tiki bar is fitting in the little bits and pieces, the notches. I can tell you when I was putting together Hale Pele, me and Buddy, we were putting together the rafter, and we actually routed into it our children's first initials. So somewhere, who gets it? Absolutely nobody. But it's ingrained into the essence of the bar.
All that fun stuff. So anyway, Devil Reef. I need a tin. Hang on.
Okay. Speaking of the menu, let's see if I can get a copy.
But yeah, so the entire menu here is wait, it's H.P. Lovecraft reference.
I'm gonna do this like a Star Wars roll.
Do it.
Dun dun dun.
Slower.
Dun,
Slower.
dun, 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 dun. There's no light on it, is there?
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so for those playing along at home, we're going to make a Devil Reef. We're going to start with some aromatic bitters. 2 good dashes of those. And hopefully you have some BG Reynolds syrups at home. You're going to need to find your closest bottle of Paradise Blend and add an ounce of that to your measuring cup, along with a ½ ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice.
Oh, is that BG Reynolds Paradise Blend, the proprietary blend of grapefruit and citrus?
It is.
Oh, excellent.
And an easy-to-use, non-breakable squeezy bottle.
Brilliant. It's giant.
32 ounces. Now here's the deal breaker for most of you at home. This is pineapple molasses syrup, one of the special ingredients that goes in this drink, and it's made from fresh squeezed pineapple juice, sugar, and a little bit of molasses syrup to kind of give it some darkness and a little bit of spice. So we're going to add a half ounce of that. And then we come to our rum blend. We're going to use some aged Demerara rum, 5 years for an Eldorado here. A little bit of overproof pot still Jamaican rum. Ounce of that. And everybody's favorite, pure single ice.
So I noticed you have Pebble Ice.
Yes.
Is that from a Scotsman?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Always the Scotsman. And an HMB 200.
HMB 200. HMB 200. Yeah, I've got to call up Hamilton Beach for Iron Tiki Tender. I'd love to get them as a sponsor.
Add all of that to your glass. I'm normally over close today, so I don't have any garnish, but I'd stick a mint sprig in there. And your straw.
Yeah. The awful truth about asking a bartender to make a drink off hours, it takes a lot of prep to put this all together. Even things like going and getting the orchids or having your mint all ready to go.
Mint block, stems cut.
Yeah.
Rehydrated.
Yeah. How many hours do people spend at a time getting the mint right?
A lot.
So Devil Reef.
Devil Reef.
Kidding.
We're going to spew on this.
Oh, the Eldritch Horrors. That's fucking delicious. Sorry.
It's all good, man.
Oh, that's very, very nice. Has a great spice profile. It's on the sweeter side of things. But the rum and the fruit juices and the
pineapple molasses syrup.
That's what's hitting it. Okay, yeah. Because the molasses got that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Extra darkness.
Just like good old HP.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to hand this off to our off-camera consumer.
Yeah, so you designed Devil's Reef all by yourself, right?
Well, me and my wife, Robin, yeah.
Okay. So all the Shigiban Japanese wood stuff. I know, I've been burning wood well before the technique. I knew what the technique was. All made by you. You didn't have to call in an expert.
No, we literally just sat here and, I mean, we didn't have a plan. We knew that we wanted a bar here and some booth stuff over that way. And we just started work one day and just did a little bit at a time as money came in the door and we could afford to. And here we are 5-6 months later.
It's, a piecemeal bar is, that's kind of the classic way it was done. Don the Beachcomber put his together based off of some stuff he had in the warehouse,
And most of the stuff has been in our garage for a couple of years. Just, I mean, we knew we wanted to open up another bar, so
yeah,
start collecting early.
yeah, start collecting as many pieces as you can. I remember dumpster diving for pieces of the Jasmine River in Portland, Oregon.
Right.
Didn't make it. All they had left was booths and pieces of booths, but oh well.
Does anybody else want to know how to make some other drinks?
Why don't you talk about how you make that pineapple molasses syrup?
So, and that was one thing I actually wanted to talk to you about, is maybe doing us the pineapple molasses syrup, because it can be consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something. So, BG Reynolds, Tiki Bar Group Secrets here. You guys get to just learn. I'm actually doing a bunch of. I recently moved some of my stuff to a large production facility, which, because of their volume, allows me to actually make money off of my product.
Right.
So now I'm actually utilizing my older production facility to start doing some small batch stuff.
Right.
Things that are just going to be little, 40 case at a time runs, and maybe they're a permanent product. Maybe they just are a one-time thing. Supplying tiki bars, home tiki bars. If you can order it, 80 gallons at a time.
Yeah.
We're golden.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do something like that.
And then maybe we can print the Double Reef recipe on the bottle, so they get the bottle and take it home and know what to do with it right after that.
Done. Sold. Let's make it happen.
All right.
History in the making.
Next.
Next, how to build your own Devil's Reef.
You buy a lot of wood from Home Depot and you burn it.
In fact, if you can find a building that not was on fire but is currently on fire, that's when you get the best char.
Right.
So just get it fresh, right in the fire, just running in, and make sure you get the heavy boards. Carry a lot of them.
Heavy wire brush and a hose.
Yeah. So you did a wire brush technique with this, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done.
Most of the plywood didn't get scraped. It was just kind of medium deal. But like the bar top you see here, this was done very heavy to the point where it almost caught on fire, and then a really hard scrape on it to give it that texture that we wanted.
What you do with this, there's a scalloping on this. Is that yours?
Yeah, there's a little bit of caulking here that didn't quite go the way I planned it to. But on the edges, just to make it look like the boards and planks were a little worn out. If you can see down over there. You guys probably can't see, but it looks cool from our end.
We take you on a tour, but actually we can kind of.
Yeah.
Want to walk around with it? You guys want to walk around with it?
Nah, let's let it be a surprise.
Okay.
You just have to come up here and see it.
Ooh, was that a dinosaur? I don't know how these things work.
What's that?
Oh,
what
those little hearts. That's a good thing.
I think some people love us.
Oh,
We
excellent.
must be doing a good job.
I like it.
Perfect.
So we can end the song and dance routine and get into the real nitty gritty of this.
Right? I can't dance. Not gonna happen.
What if you dance to the song "I Can't Dance" by Genesis?
Never heard that.
Oh man,
You know I only listen to Guar?
what's your prog rock history? Well, speaking of Guar, you want to show off your odorous mug there? One of the things that brought Jason and I together, other than Tiki, we both found out we have a mutual love of Guar, military history. He was a Marine. I was in the National Guard. We're both the same age. I met Jason.
I'm 22. How old are you?
I'm a really rough 24. The first time I met Jason was for Iron Tiki Tender in 2014, which Jason ended up winning. He came
Only because
down,
I slept on your couch.
Yeah.
I had 2 hours worth of sleep.
I'm not a judge. But he came at 3 a.m. after a long shift at the Cabana, where, gosh, someone didn't show up for their shift or something horrible happened.
I think we just got super busy.
Yeah. Which I've seen, and it's such a large place to get busy. So Jason came for Iron Tiki Tender down to TikiCon, crashed on the couch of the hotel room, and red-eyed as hell. And never really I don't think he got much sleep that weekend.
No. I ended up driving to Portland 3 times. Because I drove down there for Iron Tiki Tender, drove back home, and then 2 hours later turned right back around and drove back down to Portland. And then drove home again in a couple of days.
Yeah, we got to figure out a better, a rail system or something between the two. But then you ended up winning Iron Tiki Tender 2014, which is back for 2018. We're going to bring all new sorts of stuff to the Iron Tiki Tender stage. Unfortunately, because of the hotel accommodations, we can't bring fire.
We don't do fire here at Devil's Reef anymore either.
I'm curious about that. Is that
no, building owner didn't want any open flame, so
totally.
You see all the little fake flicker candles around here and whatnot, flicker bulbs, and there's no bowl drinks anymore because apparently it's illegal to serve shareable drinks in this state, and the control board really cracked down on me down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a damn shame because the communal bowl is something so, well, the punch bowl itself is not unique.
Right.
But 4 people sitting around it sticking straws into it and drinking out of the same bowl, that's tiki. There's no, there wasn't a old colonial fish house punch. Oh, yes, James Madison, let's all sip on this together.
That's why we do the zombie pool.
Zombie pool?
For Halloween every year, we do zombie, 5 gallons of zombie in a giant kiddie pool.
Oh, yeah.
After hours.
You don't just float in it?
No. I wish.
Yeah. You have to pay extra for that. Right. Exactly. So, we want to put together another drink?
Yeah. Does anybody have any recommendations? Is there anything that they would like to see demonstrated live?
And we're looking at the laptop here. So.
Right. We're waiting. We're waiting.
What do you say?
Somebody type something.
4 personal pan pizzas. Can you make that happen?
4 personal pan pizzas for Justin.
Thanks.
For Jonathan Chafin coming right up.
Yeah.
Let's make since Jonathan Chafin from Order and Clay is a marquee sponsor for TikiCon this year.
Yes.
And he's just an all-around good dude.
Yeah.
Let's make the Cthulhu Waits drink.
Cthulhu Waits drink?
Yeah. It's the official drink that goes with this mug.
Excellent.
And it's a damn tasty one. I forget the gal's name who did it for him, but she did a heck of a job.
Do you know which bar?
I don't. Jonathan would know if he chimes in. So anyway, this one's a fairly simple, easy drink to make at home. And it uses BG Reynolds orgeat and cinnamon syrups.
Excellent.
Which is always a good time. So 4 heavy dashes of Angostura bitters. Ounce of grapefruit juice.
What kind of grapefruit juice are you using there?
Just pink.
Pink?
Fresh squeezed.
Fresh squeezed ruby
I mean, we squeeze all of our juices here in house on a weekly basis: lime, orange, lemon, grapefruit. So, yeah, trying to find white grapefruit.
No, that's so seasonal. It's nice when it's there. It's nice when it's there.
It is. So 3/4 ounce lime, 1/2 ounce BG Reynolds almond syrup. Now you do this with brown sugar, right?
Yes, actually. I found that brown sugar, I just felt that it created a richer molassesy base. Not like too heavy molasses, like if I use natural molasses. Right. But I found that when it comes to orgeat, there's 2 styles that I've had classically. One is a super hyper light style that I've had that all just bleed and disappears in the Mai Tai, and it just didn't add what I liked. So when I started making it, number 1, I was making it with the almond skin.
Right.
And number 2, using a touch of brown sugar to support the Jamaican rums in there. Because when you get that pot still rum, adding that little smidge of molassesy aspect to it, I find just rounds it out is awesome.
You don't blanch your almonds for the orgeat?
I don't blanch my almonds for the orgeat.
The couple of times I've made my almond syrup, I've also done it with the skin on and just slivered, toasted a little bit if you want, kind of bring out some flavors, and then.
I like things with depth and dimension. I don't. My syrups are anything but simple. Full brand slogans and full of them.
So and then back to the drink. So we got 4 dashes of bitters, ounce of grapefruit, 3/4 ounce lime juice, 1/2 ounce of BG Reynolds orgeat, 1/2 ounce of BG Reynolds cinnamon syrup that I happen to have placed in a handy squeezy bottle.
We wish you were here too, Henrik. We'll see you soon enough. TikiCon. Why don't you just run up here? You could.
Yeah, you could run up here. Do what, like an hour?
Oh yeah, probably.
It's fast. It's really fast.
An hour 15. We spend a lot of time with the mugs.
Right. A little bit of cognac or brandy. Don't need to go crazy, but 1/2 ounce. And And then you need 2 ounces of some gold Jamaican rum. In this case, we're going right to Smith & Cross because
It's delicious.
it's delicious. It's the only aged Jamaican rum we carry here.
Yeah, something that's a challenge about running a tiki bar in a control. Well, Washington's no longer a control state, right?
Right.
But
They still like to just take stuff off our shelves.
yeah, it's always a challenge keeping up with the latest, especially because you're using such. These are not high volume products. These are not, things that are disappearing 2 cases a day at a liquor store. Trying to keep things in stock can be a real challenge.
Especially at a boutique rum bar.
Yeah.
Or any boutique spirit bar for that.
Yeah, that Claren bar, that's just not going to work out. There's 1 bottle on the shelf. No, literally, just 1 bottle. That's all we can find.
It's good. And strong. Very strong. But it's delicious.
Oh, yeah, that's delicious. Whew. There's a nice potency to it. And if you hadn't heard, Jonathan hasn't posted about this himself here, but he's got a new Kickstarter for the King in Yellow, which I watched. True Detective.
Yeah, True Detective.
No. The key is with the garnish of the King in Yellow is you have to make the flowers. Still too creepy.
Totally creepy.
Yeah. So here at Devil's Reef, is there anything anybody would like to see? Other than Dr. Jacoby's bar, we can't take you all the way out there.
How about we make our most popular drink here?
Oh, yeah.
Also featuring Fiji Reynolds.
Hey! Of which I brought 4 cases up today. Fiji Reynolds, we deliver. On rare occasions, very good friends. My poor darling wife is somewhere buried under my children.
Sorry, Sarah.
Sorry.
Me and Robin will come down and babysit so you and Blair can go out and have dinner.
Yeah.
Very soon.
No, we really only get people down when we have to notarize something or see a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
We've been busy.
No, we actually got a chance to go out and see a movie. The Last Jedi. Or as I like to call it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh. Okay.
I've been busy building a boat, man.
Well, it's just needed. I wish part time. What do you got?
Right.
It's an easy job.
All right. So here at Devil's Reef, the most popular drink on the house is called the Voodoo Summoning. And it's actually the name of a war
song.
No way.
It's not even it's not lyrics to Voodoo Summoning, is there? It's just
No.
And that was the if I recall, that was on the Crackdown single. Yeah, it was on the Crackdown single. Okay. Why aren't we opening a war bar West Coast?
I don't know. I think they want to in L.A.
We should ask them.
I don't want to go to L.A.
No, I don't want to go to LA either.
War Bar Northwest.
Yeah.
Vancouver, Washington.
Sold. What if they just license the name?
They might. They'd like to make money, I'm sure.
Well, what I love is I haven't been there myself, but seeing that they have blood streaks leading into the kitchen as though a body were dragged. And my understanding is they actually did drag somebody's body covered in blood.
I'm sure. That sounds like war.
Yeah.
All right, let's not pay attention because this is the only place you're going to get this recipe. And this is for the Voodoo Summoning served here at Devil's Reef. And this drink started out as Dawn's Voodoo Grog.
Mm-hmm.
And how to make that without using the egg white. Not that I have anything against egg white or anything. It's just I don't have the time or the patience to deal with cakes and dairy and cocktails.
Yeah.
So
that's something we talked about recently too with Pearl Diver, using coconut, using like a coconut cream as opposed to dairy. Because for me, my experience was I had a bartender who was lactose intolerant.
Right.
So of course she was going to think about, hey, if I were served this, I'd be really disappointed.
Yeah.
So how do we make this for everybody, but still within the same spirit?
And we have a large vegan community here in Tacoma, so they won't do the hot buttered rum or cold buttered rum cocktails.
Tiki welcomes all comers.
So to get rid of the egg white and the butter and drinks, I took Dawn's Gardenia mix recipe and added coconut cream instead of the butter, but doubled it up. So instead of 1 part, it's 2 parts, and that's what we call our spiced coconut honey here. So anyway, lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce. Grapefruit juice, 3/4 of an ounce. And this is where all of Blair's passion fruit syrup has been going. Half ounce of passion fruit syrup. Pimento dram, allspice dram, whatever you want to call it, same difference. 3/4 of an ounce of that.
I notice you're using Bitter Truths.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Hamilton pimento dram was my favorite, but they
Pulled it off the shelf. Yeah.
And I like the St. Elizabeth, but it can be very dry and tannic to me, depending on the drink. So I've just been experimenting with some other ones to see if there's something else out there I like.
Yeah, I've been playing around. So I used to have, St. Elizabeth used to be the only thing you had. So I actually picked up the Hamilton. I've been really enjoying it. It has a great funk to it, but still a lot of strong allspice. The only problem I have is just poor Ed. I'm using it out of a dropper bottle, so it's not like I'm going to be,
Right.
Yeah, pouring a case out a week. It's more like pouring a bottle out a month.
No, I mean, we go through about 6 bottles of pimento here a week.
Nice.
Mostly because of this drink here and on making this. So 1.25 ounces of that. Aged agricole rum. I prefer the Clement Select Barrel.
Michael Marie says your menu page is 404.
We don't have a menu page.
Okay.
Sorry, no menu online. My apologies. You just have to come here and see it.
Oh yeah, El Nova, your name came up today. I was talking about I need a T-shirt for the blender defenders out there. Those of us who love our our icy, fluffy, wonderful cocktails. So let's get in touch.
All right, so everybody got that. The fortifying part of this was the aged agricole rum, select barrel from Clement. Good stuff.
Henrik is asking how much lime you go through, or how much lime you prep
Each day. We go through 4 of those big cases a week. So I think there's about 300 limes in there, or 200.
It depends on your count. There's 110 count, there's 70 count.
I think it's
70 limes? No, you two up to 230. 110,
230.
230.
So yeah, 230. So about 1,000 limes a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have in the cabana. We have a little upstairs kitchen.
Yeah.
We have an upstairs kitchen where we have a guy come in and he makes all the juices for us.
Do you have a Sunkist juicer?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hamilton. Well, actually, a Hamilton Beach one.
Okay.
And then one of the presses. And then, so we got the ounce agricole, and then a little bit of overproof Demerara rum, ounce of that. Plenty of pure single ice.
Only the finest of small batch ice. Pure, single. Virgin ice.
Big snifter.
Is that Libby or something? Yeah, Snifter's really making a comeback lately.
I love using snifters.
Yeah. I can't remember why I never got into the Snifter, but I'm starting to,
And my other
see the
favorite
light. Thistle! Super Thistle!
Super Thistle, not a hurricane.
Mm-hmm. No, but it is a 15-ounce glass.
Yeah. No,
it's not.
22. The case says 15,
Okay.
but if you measure them out, they're 22.
Yeah.
I got really confused one day. So yeah, here we go. Voodoo Summoning, Devil's Reef. Nice and delicious. If you like spice, this is a game for you.
Ooh. Yeah. No more swear words. Fuck, that's tasty.
Hundreds of those.
Very creamy, still very rummy, and lots of spice.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And passion
like
fruit.
hotcakes.
B.G. Reynolds passion fruit.
B.G. Reynolds passion fruit. You can use bottled syrup behind a legitimate bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I do all the time.
no, it's yeah. And this is the B.G. Reynolds reveal moment. I was having an online discussion with somebody who was like, "Well, I use my passion fruit. I have to make sure that it's this certain kind of brightness." I was like, "Chill, buddy. Focus on your guests. Focus on making your cocktails amazing. I make a good passion fruit syrup because I wanted it to exist, and now it does. So, and I just fight for all the intricacies of, I have to make it exactly this way, exactly this. Do you do the same with your bottles of gin? Do you do the same with your bottles of, well, you pick your right bottle. My thing is tens of thousands of cocktails served, 0 complaints.
I haven't.
Oh yeah, exactly. Anyway,
I'm just happy to be here.
rant over.
Rant over. All right, what's next on the agenda?
Eric Penrose asks, white, pink, or red grapefruit juice?
Pink. The kind from Texas. Is what I get here. It's just easy to get, easy to juice.
What I'm liking here is just how shiny my forehead is, and you can't see anything else. So really,
Look, I'm all red and evil.
Yeah, red and evil.
I can change the light.
Yeah, that's all right. Do you have cleaning lights in here?
No, this is as bright as it gets.
Yeah.
We try and keep it dark here at Reynolds Reef.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool thing about,
Everybody pulls out their cell phones to read the menu.
I know, that's something I always hate because it's like, okay, the ambiance is perfect now. Well, let me turn on my cell phone and show my friend this music video.
Right.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, we don't. I don't let people play music or videos on the phone. The volume here in the bar.
Yeah. What about vaping?
No, that's actually against the law here.
Oh, okay. I think it is in Oregon too, but it wasn't for a long time. So,
yeah, I mean, it wasn't when people started picking it up. It wasn't, against the law.
I mean, it's always been like, dude, I already know I'm breathing your breath. I don't want to have to see it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially when it smells like strawberry muffins.
What's wrong with strawberry muffins?
Absolutely nothing.
It's Robin.
Robin's here. Hi.
Come here.
We're on the TV. Kind of. Internet TV.
We're on the lives.
Hi guys.
It's Robin, co-creator of Devil's Reef.
She also enjoys voodoo summonings.
Yes.
Despite her not being able to have coconut or honey.
Still delicious. You guys having fun?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're just showing off. Let's see what else is going on here. Plantation wall.
Walls.
All the plantation room.
It looks like it's placement, but really it's just inventory and storage.
Right. Well, my special.
Ooh, oh yeah. Nice, man. Yeah, you got a lot of cases, man.
I've got a lot of cases in there. If anybody wants to try some rum with my name on it, here's the place to do it.
So we were talking about this with rum selection.
Yes.
You don't have 1,500 rums behind the bar here.
I don't have 1,500 rums. Right now, the rums I carry are just enough rum to execute the cocktail menu and plus a couple of personal favorites.
Now, that was a conscious decision.
Well, that was a financial decision because we were broke.
Yeah.
And me and Robin were looking at each other one night. We were like 2 nights before we were going to open. We're like, how are we going to stock these shelves with all the rum when we're broke? And it's like, I got it. I'm just going to put all the rum up there that we normally use and then, get cases of it. And so it looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's something about, I feel like it's been established now, especially since Smuggler's Cove, that if you have a tiki bar, that it should have a rum selection of several hundred. But it's getting to the point now where there's no real differentiation to it. Now it's one-upsmanship.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, I'd rather just make really good drinks. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't take me 300 rums to hopefully make really good drinks.
Yeah.
A dozen or two. I think there's only about 17 different kinds of rum here, and 15 of those go in the menu.
I've always found too, especially if you're making complex cocktails, when you're suddenly called out to find that one bottle amongst 800 behind you, that is a lot of time. You could be making 3 to 4 cocktails instead of pouring one rum, in which,
there's
borrowing perspective, your margin's going to be lower.
And there's probably a substitute for it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But that's our fun stuff here at Devil's Reef in Tacoma.
Yay!
Sorry with the lack of tiki shirt here. As I said, it was coated in water from a leaky water bottle. I do have here from my buddy Dave, Keep Portland Scared. He ran runs Fright Town,
Right.
which we've actually been talking about collaborating on something together for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
I decided to somehow go after that coffee bar thing, and that just really wish it were a horror bar. Really wish it were the horror bar. But
Well, let's do this. More horror.
yes. So
There's gotta
you
be
can
more
donate
than-
to a horror bar
There's got to be more than one way to escape. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
You can go to the tropics, or we can go to hell.
Oh, man. There's this old Parisian place. I can't remember the name of it, but there's pictures where the doorway was actually just a giant devil's mouth. And you go in, and it's just macabre all over. It is, people on like you know how a rock wall is made, like you've got here. Instead of that, it's people screaming and being tortured all throughout the place. Recreating that would be a treat. Yeah, a shit ton of money. Although, to be honest, the cocktail program doesn't have to be great.
Right, at that point.
No.
It's like either this bar looks really awesome and the cocktails suck, or the cocktails are really good and the bar sucks.
Although I like the idea of awesome bar, awesome cocktails.
So
It's hard to execute.
I'm trying.
You're doing a great job, man. Everything looks great. Everything tastes great. If you haven't got a chance to get up to Devil's Reef, I strongly recommend it. I am greatly anticipating a time I don't have straws on my feet.
Is that a straw stuck to your foot?
Straw
You're happy to see me?
Both. Yes. I look forward to a time when I'm actually able to sit here and get a hotel room and stay in Tacoma.
You can always stay on our boat. You guys come to town. Free place to stay.
It might be on fire by the time I'm done with this. No, there's no implication on the boat.
No. I'll take the keys with me.
Always Sunday jokes. Always good amongst bar owners. Anyway, let's see if there's any questions here on the thing. Oh, cable access, Robin. Jonathan wants cable access?
What's cable access, Jonathan?
I don't know. And yes, Jonathan, more horror bars indeed. I'll get working on that. We need to just raise some funds. Cable access from Devil's Reef. No, I don't get it. Do you want to exit with a commando grab?
Sure, we can exit with a commando grab.
All right.
Why not?
Yeah.
We're gonna use the sniffer again though.
Snickers.
We can put grog in the sniffer, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Although those where it comes to where I'm particular.
Okay.
I am very particular about glassware shape is fine, but glassware capacity. Because if you have too much capacity and too little liquid, you're going to just get way over iced drink.
Right.
Vice versa, if you have too little capacity. That's why.
So what do you do? I mean, because the number one complaint we get at this place and at the cabana is that these drinks are full of ice.
Oh yeah, I got over that quickly. And that was the first time I went to Trader Vic's. We got a fog cutter. This damn thing was, oh my gosh, there's this ice dome. It's just nothing but ice. And then I tasted it and I'm like, okay, this is delicious.
Yeah.
The ice is about the pollution. It's also about
the presentation.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I talk about this, and again, I talk about things from a bar owner's perspective. This is fucking see behind the scenes. There is more. You could have the finest, maybe the like pre-phylloxera cognac,
right,
served in a pint glass.
Right.
It does not convey its value.
Right.
You serve a blend of rums and a really nice drink with a touch of ice, where it's you can't overflow liquid, right? You can overflow solid. Right. And then with a garnish and it's reaching, the value is practically bursting out.
Exactly. I mean, I like the look of it. I like the way it looks against the glass on some drinks, and obviously the big dome. And even if it spills off the side a little bit by your table, I mean, to me that's just part of the experience.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As long as it's not spilling in a lot.
And then they chuck this in giant 6-ounce drink in 30 seconds. You're like, I got a glass full of ice. Where's my drink?
Oh yeah, that's what kills me too about something I just didn't do, and I'm glad I didn't. Is a lot of times you get, I have this tiki mug, fill this up with it. Okay, sir, you ordered a 5-ounce daiquiri and you brought me a 50-ounce mug. This thing's going to be full of ice. It's not, Luckily, it actually didn't came up much at HP. When I was at the Fats Tiki Bar, that was one guy came in with 20 different sized mugs each time. It's like, okay, do you just want Instagram pictures of you with the mugs?
I mean, I like it. I encourage people to bring in their own mugs. That's awesome. If not, I have my mug collection here, and if I know you well enough, I'll let you use one. But for me, part of the fun is if somebody brings in a mug. matching a drink to fit that mug instead of just
That's fun.
instead of them just saying, here's this big giant. Can I get a daiquiri in this thing?
Yeah.
Is that all right? I think it's more fun to have a mug and look at it and hold it and say, this mug really needs this drink. Let's make you one of these.
Well, that's fun if you want to riff based on the mug.
Right. Well, that just makes it easier than trying to fill up a 50-ounce mug with, a 3.5-ounce daiquiri.
Yeah. Okay, Commando Grog.
So this shirt right here, if you don't know Nova, he's a good friend of mine. He actually runs the Devil's Reef Instagram account, and he makes really cool T-shirts and does some graphic design work as well. And when he was making these T-shirts, he asked if I would do a couple of recipes for some of them. And for the Navy Grog, this was actually the first grog that we ever served at the Cabana 6 years ago. And so I unearthed it and told him we could have it and use it for this T-shirt. So we got grapefruit juice, fresh squeezed, 1.5 ounces. Lime juice, fresh squeezed, 3/4 ounce. PG Reynolds almond syrup, 1/2 ounce. PG Reynolds cinnamon syrup, handy squeezy bottle, 1/2 ounce. 1/2 ounce falernum of your choice. 1/2 ounce.
House-made falernum, right?
No. Okay. I was back at the Cabana. Lots of changes of the guard and training and new staff and trying to keep up with everything. The rum part, here comes the tricky part, because I don't have all the rums that I used on this recipe, so we're going to adapt, improvise, and overcome just a little bit. Gold Jamaican rum, Smith & Cross in this case, 1 ounce. Some sort of aged or dark rum, Plantation Original Dark, and a little bit of Demerara rum, overproof if you got it, and 1 ounce of that. Plenty of ice.
Oh yeah, you're using. I was talking about that the other day. The straight-sided for your ice scoops instead of bars, like your standard ice scoop.
I hate ice
measuring
scoops.
cups. They're freaking amazing.
I like these because I can either measure out. A lot of times these drinks for dilution call for a cup of crushed ice.
Yeah.
And 2 cups is too much.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see that 2 cup here, you can just usually grab a cup or 2 cups or somewhere in between if you need it to get your drink done right.
Yeah, they're not fancy OXOs, they're not anything. You just get them at cash and carry. Actually, I don't even know if they have a brand. Probably Cambro or something.
I'm not always fancy. It's about functionality.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, it really freaks the serious bartenders out when you're scooping ice with a little measuring cup that you find in the kitchen. Yeah. What is this guy doing?
Where's the Cocktail Kingdom Gold ice scoop?
Right.
The filigree. Well, speaking of which, my Cocktail Kingdom order came in today, so I'm not giving them too much shit.
Say it all, ice all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
2 straws. Me and Blair are going to share
La-la.
because we're fun.
Groggy.
Cheers, guys.
That's a proper grog. That's good.
Dry and spicy.
Something I've been ruminating about is grogs and barrels. Rum barrel, I always thought it was very groggish, but as I explore more, I'm like, oh, rum barrel's a very different beast. If you wanted to categorize it, how does it play in the?
I don't know. That's a tough one to categorize.
Lighter rums.
Okay.
Much more dilution. Generally, they're not your super spicy, super heavy flavors, but eminently drinkable. I actually used one where I made it was fairly put rum, so like a nice Barbados, mixed with a light extrusion. So you got good body to it, but it wasn't like a Jamaican, funk.
See, I've always viewed the rum barrel as like a graveyard drink. When you went to the Burger King as a kid and you got the soda cup and you could fill it yourself and you got a lot of everything down the line. I mean a little more technique and balance to it than that. So, whenever I approach the rum barrels, I go get all the juices, all the rums, and then tie it in with some sort of syrup.
Yeah, that's
I'll have to get the light rum approach to try the lumber.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking because, like I say, the rum doesn't speak strong,
Right.
but it's there as a presence, and usually it's sneaky rum. It's those drinks where you can sneak 4 ounces of rum in and you never taste it.
Right. Well, I mean, so back to El Nova in the T-shirt, he did a rum barrel T-shirt that I did a recipe for as well. That was 4 ounces of rum.
Yeah.
And I did everything from Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad, and Barbados was all present in the drink, along with passion fruit and lime and lemon and pineapple.
Yeah, that would be the kitchen sink.
Yeah, kind of. No, I don't think I went that crazy. I have to look at the recipe. It was really good.
Well, all right. I think our time at Double Reef, well, specifically my time because I have a 3-hour drive. But our time at Double Reef is up. Thank you all so much for joining us. Jason, do you have any parting words?
I'm all good. I'll see you guys at TikiCon.
Jason, he's all good. See you at TikiCon. You're going to judge Iron Tiki Tender, right?
Yes.
And not the actual contestants, just the contest itself.
I'm just judging Iron Tiki Tender itself, whether it's a good deal or not.
It's going to be fun though. This year, the thing's going to be something very, very special. Not as special as when you did it. But,
I had it. It was a good time. I miss it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Iron Tiki Tender coming to TikiCon 2018, July 14th. Red Lion, their TikiCon tickets are coming up on the March 15th. I'm also going to be premiering the Iron Tiki Tender VIP experience. So that'll be a fun way if you really want to get in on the Iron Tiki Tender thing. That's going to be available for you.
And get tickets because rumor has it that me and Robin are going to be tour guides for the home bar tour on the bus.
Ooh, wow. That's cool. And here's where Dave keeps his gun safe. And here's where, we're not taking touring the bars. We're just taking people home.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just going to go to random homes and show up. Hey, can we see the place?
Live from Devil's Reef is now dead. We'll see you later. Cheers. Click. Did you say click?